This video is for Math 1001 Unit 2. It is on items from section 7.5 in the ebook on installment buying and dealing with credit cards. So first let's talk about installment buying. Installment buying is when you buy an item and instead of paying for it all at once, you make periodic partial payments, usually monthly, called installments, and generally you're going to pay interest on that as well. So that's what installment buying is. A fixed installment loan is one of these installment buying situations where all of the payments are equal payments. Sometimes a buyer will pay part of the cost at the time of purchase. If you do that, that's your down payment. So you may have heard car commercials say, buy this car now, no money down. They're saying they don't require a down payment. Or some may say only $2,000 down or 10% down. They're talking about a down payment, what you would put up front before you make your payments each month. The amount financed is going to be how much the amount of money that you will pay interest on. So your amount financed, that's going to be the price of your item minus whatever your down payment is. You don't finance the down payment, you just pay that to start with, and you finance the rest of the cost of the item. Your total installment price is the total amount of the money that you're going to ultimately pay. So that's the sum of all your payments and then also your down payment. And then the finance charge, this is the interest that you're going to pay for borrowing the financed amount. So it's your total installment price, and you're going to take away the price of your item. So it's basically what you paid over the price of the item for the right to borrow. So let's do some examples about installment buying. So we have a student that needs to furnish her new apartment. She buys $2,000 worth of furniture. So let's highlight as we go. She buys $2,000 worth of furniture and puts down 15%. She finances the rest at a rate of 8% simple interest per year for 3 years. So we want to find the down payment, the total installment price, and the monthly payment. So let's work on that. So let's find the down payment, or let's find the price of the item first. Let's start there. So the original price of the item is $2,000. And they told us that. That was how much she spent on furniture. Her down payment, picked up my eraser. The down payment, it says that she decided to put 15% down. So that's 15% of the price. So 15% of $2,000, which remember, we can do that as a multiplication problem, 0.15 times 2,000, and that is $300. So her down payment is $300. Forgot my T when I wrote payment. Okay. What else do we need to figure out? Well, we want her total installment price. And the total installment price is going to be the total cost of the item plus the finance charge. We already know the total cost of the item. That was $2,000. But now we need the finance charge. So first we'll need the amount financed. So remember, the amount you are going to finance is going to be the price minus the down payment. You are only going to pay interest on the part that you are financing, so that doesn't include the down payment. You paid that part up front. So for this student, it's $2,000 minus $300 for the down payment, so $1,700. So she is financing $1,700 of the furniture. So we'll need her finance charge. And we're told that this is simple interest. So her finance charge will be the interest, which is principal times rate times time, back to our simple interest formula. Her principal is the $1,700 because that's how much she's going to finance. Her rate is 8%, so that's 0.08. And her time is 3 years. So when we multiply that together, we get $408. Okay. So this lets us answer that next question, the total installment price. the total installment price is everything she is going to pay. So that's the $2,000 for the price of the item plus the finance charge of $408. So that's $22,408. So that was the price plus the finance charge. Okay. So now what we need to know is her monthly payment. That's the last question. So the way we figure out her monthly payment is we need the amount financed plus the finance charge. So that's how much she's going to have to pay in total over the life of this loan. She's going to have to pay what she financed, which was that $1,700, and she's also going to have to pay that $408. She's not going to pay it all at once, though. We're going to divide it evenly around a bunch of months. So how many months is she going to finance it? Well, it's 3 years. So it's we'll say the number of years times 12, because there's 12 months in a year. So specifically for her situation, this will be $1,700, the amount financed, plus the finance charge of $408, divided by 3 times 12, or 36, which is how many months she will evenly divide this among. If we do that calculation on our calculators, it ends up being $58.56. So this student will pay $58.56 per month for 3 years for this furniture. All right, let's move to the next one. So now we have a graphic designer is buying a new iMac for $1,499 with a $200 down payment. So, and gets manufacturing financing for 5 years at 12% simple interest. Okay, so we want the amount financed, the finance charge, the total installment price, the monthly payment amount, just kind of like last time. And then, excuse me, we're going to compare this to a separate financing offer where in the second situation, she gets to put no money down and it's 11.5% simple interest for 4 years. So we sort of have the blue question and the yellow question going on here. So let's look at her first situation first, okay? So the price of the item, hold on. The price of the item is $1,499. And then her down payment, we don't have to calculate this one. They just told us how much is $200. So her amount financed is $1,499 minus $200, or $1,299. Okay, so we take away that down payment. Now, to get her finance charge, we need to know the interest. So that's principal times rate times time. My principal is my amount financed, that's $1,299. My rate, and now this is looking in the blue, the first situation that I highlighted in blue, my rate is 0.12, and my time there is 5 years. If we multiply that out, we get $779.40. So there's her finance charge. The total installment price, remember this is the total amount she is going to pay. So that's the original price that it cost plus the financing of $779.40. So we get $2278.40 is her total installment. And then her monthly payment, well, it's not going to be that full $2278.40 divided among the months because she did make a down payment. So it'll be that $2278.40 minus that down payment of $200. And then how many months is it? Well, it's 5 years with 12 months each. And if we work all that out, we'll get $34.64. So she'll pay $200 down and then $34.64 a month for 5 years. Now let's switch to the other situation and see what would happen. All right, so I'm just gonna, there we go. So let's just say this is situation A and situation B. We'll kind of, there we go. Kind of organize this a little bit. All right, so the price stays the same. It's still $14.99. But now it says that she puts no money down. So we have no down payment this time, which means our amount financed is the entire amount. Our finance charge is our principal times our rate times our time. So $14.99, that's what she's financing. Her rate now is no longer the 12%. It is now 11.5%, so 0.115. And the time is now 4 years. So this comes to $689.54. Okay. Her total installment price. So this is the $14.99 plus the interest, and this ends up being $2188.54. And then to figure out that monthly payment, we're going to take, this time it is the total installment price because she didn't put any money down that we have to not consider as part of the monthly payments. So it will be that $2188.54. I guess I can say minus 0 because there's no down payment. And now it's 4 years, so 4 times 12. Okay, so we'll do those calculations, and we get $45.59 per month. So if we compare these two situations, we can see that there's a couple trade-offs here. In the second situation, she is paying less interest compared to the first situation, which corresponds to a less overall amount that she ends up paying for the computer. However, the trade-off is she has to pay a little bit more per month in this situation. So kind of the trade-off is if you have enough, if you can pay more per month, then maybe you'll pay less overall in this situation. Okay. All right. We have one more over here. This one is talking more about credit cards than the installment buying. So let's talk about this unpaid balance method dealing with credit cards. So for the month of July, the unpaid balance on Steve's credit card was $1,568.75. He makes purchases that total $429.16 that month, and then he makes a payment of $500. The interest rate is 2.4%. We want to find the finance charge and the new balance on the first day of the August billing cycle, which is the next month. Okay. So to find the finance charge, this is a simple interest situation where our interest is our principal times our rate times our time. So our principal, well, how much is he being charged? How much of a balance does he have that he's being charged interest on? Well, that's the $1,568.75. His rate is 2.4%, so 0.024. And when we talk about these are per month. Credit cards are, so we'll put 1 for 1 month. Okay. When we multiply that out, we get $37.65. So he is being charged $37.65 to use his credit card that month since he didn't pay it off. Now, what is his new balance? To find the new balance, let's just decide what went in the account and what went out of the account as pluses and minuses. So, well, He started out with $1568.75. He made purchases that totaled $429.16, so that's going to be added. He made a payment of $500. That means we need to take that away from the account. That was a credit toward the account. And then also he had this finance charge of $37.65. So we'll add all these together and we get $1535.56. And again, so this was my balance. This was new purchases. This was the payment. And this was the finance charge.